Hey everyone, Paul Wegner, Assistant Director here at IAIS, here with another edition of Inside with IAIS. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about pottery. So recently, we did a workshop on pottery where participants can make from local clay their own coiled pots. I have here in my hand this vessel that is made by one of our interns. His name is Joe, and it's ready for firing. I have another one here. It's made by one of our participants. It has surface treatment from paddling, decorations from making incised lines, and some pseudo scalloping and some scalloped edge from different pieces of shell. Really lovely little piece, also ready for firing. We really love pottery here at the Institute for American Indian Studies as an archaeological material because you can learn so much about different cultures from the ceramics that they make. And the best way to learn about how people made ceramics and how they use them is to try and make it yourself, because it's a lot harder than it looks. And so we were using one of local clays that was procured by our very own Griffin Colleen. And we added some crushed mussel shells that had been burned and crushed by our very determined staff. Participants were able to add that or sand to the clay to make it more fireable, more malleable, more plastic, as it were. And then they were basically given free rein to design the pot any way they wanted. The decorations that Joe put on this pot here, these are actually surface treatments. We call this surface treatment because it's not a decoration, it's the remnants of what he was doing to kind of elongate the pot by smacking it with a cord-wrapped paddle. And by doing that, he was compressing a bit of the clay molecules or pieces of the clay itself and making the clay more compressed and thus elongating it, making the vessel thinner, but also stronger and more resistant to cracking during firing. And it leaves these lovely ridge lines. And if you're able to feel this, it has kind of a ridgy feel. And we call this cord-marked impressions. And you see this on a lot of pottery here in southern New England. The shell is really cool because Joe is actually going to be doing, as part of his work at Western Connecticut State University, he's going to be doing an experiment using some of the vessels that he made to determine if the clay is actually leaching or losing the shell that is inside by use, or if that is happening after it's deposited in the ground. So we had a really great time doing this workshop. We're going to have an even better time, as you will see, doing the firing of these vessels. And then we're going to find out more about how these vessels can be interpreted in the archaeological record by doing experimental archaeology. And we're going to be continuing some of those experiments as we move into the end of 2022 and the beginning of 2023. So if you are a scholar or an archaeologist working in the field of experimental archaeology here in southern New England, hit us up. Or if you're a student and you are really interested in archaeology, we are ready for you and we welcome you. So hit us up as well on our website. And any of these things, if you have been a participant and want to see us do more, want to support the work that we're doing, please hit up that donate button on our website. And we look forward to seeing you here, especially as it becomes more beautiful as the fall. We'll see you here or on our website or on one of our social medias. Thanks for joining us for this other edition of Inside with IAIS.